Okay, folks. So I wanted to throw a video up to kind of show you guys something, especially based on a couple of the things that I talked about yesterday, and I think some of the concepts that we're going to be moving toward and using, to help you guys improve your profitability, your trading profitability. This is the beginning of the day. The beginning of the day on Monday. What's the day? The 26th. The day's not quite over. It's trading day. It's 2:46. But I'm going to replay it up to this point, so you guys can see kind of what the thinking is and how it works as we move along, right? And this is starting at or started at 9:15, and I slowed the pace down so that as I'm talking about it, it's a little bit more easily understood, right? So 9:30 is here, right? So that's the opening candle or bar, as it were, and here's the drop. Now what's interesting is we opened below the entirety of the power zones, right? So for me, what I do in that circumstance is kind of watch any test of the most extreme power zone, whether we're above or below, to see if price acts like it wants to go at least back inside, right? So that's what I was watching for here, right? We were clearly testing the low power zone from below, and then we started to get this action, right? Now, let's see if I can. I just want to keep it big enough for you guys to be able to see the price action, right? So that drop would have led to me, or I should say, did lead to me looking for this kind of opportunity, right? So drop hard, go sideways a little bit, and then get ready for the next move, right? Now, clearly, my daily goal was in hand fairly quickly, right? But it is interesting to note that the message that was delivered early certainly followed through over the course of the day, right? See how it continues to go, and now it's in a true downtrend for the day, and it's just a matter of selling rallies, right? Or has been pretty much all day, right? Now the other thing that I did was, given this extreme move, right, it led me to start looking for a bounce, right? And I think I mentioned to you guys on Sunday that when you do this, you have to be willing to take that trade multiple times, right? So taking here, right, off the top of this low, 5 minute to the upside, right? Taking here, right? Because this one was stopped out. So taking again, right? So you'll be waiting to see if it was going to get stopped out or if it was going to move higher. I can tell you in advance that it got stopped out. So then it became a matter of waiting for the trade to set up again, which it did, and ultimately became the better of the moves, right? Because it was coming off of an even more extreme low, and it began, to accelerate to the upside. But the last thing that I want to show you is what happened when it got to resistance, right? It definitely followed suit. So notwithstanding this getting a little bit long, I do want to show you guys how it reacted when it did get back up to what turned into resistance, right? So almost at the bottom here, right? The bottom, at least so far, is 56 on the day. So we're looking for that to go there. And then you'll see it turn and you'll see it put in a signal. Right. I think that's it, actually. Yeah. This was the signal right here. Right. So this was the third, no, the fourth time taking this particular setup. But you'll see here, look at this, right? Literally right off the bottom, straight up. Now watch what happens when it gets to right in this area right here. Watch. See that? Look at that. So that paused it. Now watch this. It's pretty cool, actually. Watch it closely. It's going to, I think it's going to pop up again. There it is. Right? So up into here. Up into, right? So this area up here, market generated information, created a resistance level. Right? We went back there and it turned the market. Right? So how is that useful? Right? Look at now, watch it drop. I think it's going to come back though. I think it drops more than this and then comes back. But at any rate, how is that useful to you? So to the extent that you wait patiently and ride a trade up like this, right, to an extended point, if you know resistance is up here, right, and that in all likelihood, this is going to, at minimum, put a pause on the market, if not flat out turn it, then you have a much better sense of where to put your target, right? For me, I like to put my targets right in front of resistance. It's just been shown to work out much better and much more frequently, and I don't have to spend my time guessing about how deep into the resistance zone or the support zone, as it can go, right? So at any rate, this video is getting long. I didn't want it to get this long, so I'm going to stop here. But the point that I wanted to make here is understanding and developing a feel for how the market reacts to and responds to these different pieces of information can really and truly drive the bus for you in terms of your profitability, right? And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters in this game. Okay? So that's it. Any questions about this or still any further questions about yesterday, feel free. Barring that, we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Okay, gang, a little follow up here. As you can see, we got the bounce. We pushed higher, went sideways, but look where we went sideways, right? Well, let me just draw in a quick box here so you can see what I'm talking about, right? So if I drew this all the way over to here, you can see that when we ran up, that's where we ran into trouble, and then ultimately into the end of the day, we got that lift through, but came back to settle inside, right? So the point is, these kind of market generated zones, if you will, certainly including the power zones, but these market generated zones can be really, really powerful and very helpful to your trading. All right. So that truly is it for today. As always, any questions, feel free. Barring that, we'll see you next time. Take care.